This is my first film review of 2026, and honestly, it feels good. Not just good, it feels great to be back. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and hope you all are doing well. And yes, for the past few weeks, I haven't been able to catch up to the new releases, as you already know. Life happened, personal things took priority, and cinema had to wait a bit. I wouldn't say things are fully sorted and in place, but they're moving in the right direction. And at least in the last couple of days, I was able to catch up to a couple of newer films. And out of those, Lalo ended up being one of those experiences that reminded me that why I love talking about films in the first place. So along with Dhurandhar, which I managed to watch 1 month after its release, and this is a film that has been already discussed, debated and celebrated at length as it should, but Lalo is the other film that I managed to watch which I personally feel needs to be loved and celebrated equally. Because what this film is doing emotionally and culturally is something special. Now I'll be honest, I went into this film with quite some expectation because I already am aware of the buzz that it created a couple of months back. So the film got a Diwali release in its original language, which is Gujarati, and because nowadays giving a film a big marketing push is so necessary to create hype, this film did not have any. Like, we're talking about a regional film with no marketing noise, no hype, no promotions, and yet at this point, presently, it is the highest grossing Gujarati film ever. It has managed to travel globally across 30 countries, something that every filmmaker probably dreams of when they are actually making a film. This film is a textbook case of audiences' sheer power and strong word of mouth. And while I'm urging you to watch this film if you can, you should definitely watch the interview that the director and both the main actors did with Anupama Chopra recently. The director of the film, Ankit Sakhia, he said that the film in its second week had just 3 shows remaining. Just 3. But because of the strong word of mouth and how much people connected to this film, the week later, the week after these 3 shows, the screens jumped to 2200. He was telling that him and the other 2 actors, they went into literally every show to just get that audience feedback. And when in the end, when they knew that okay, the run is almost over, they recorded all of these footages where they're asking people, did you like it, and what did you think about the film. They cut one reel of a lady which went viral, and that's how like the word of mouth really started. And yeah, the rest, as we say, is history. So when you hear these kind of things, you wonder, what could the film possibly have? Like, what is so special that resonated with so many people? And honestly, you'll get all your answers after you actually watch the film. Because one of the most beautiful things about this movie is that it's very genuine. There is no gimmick in this. And today audiences are very smart. They know when a director or a film crew have made a film sincerely and they really want to tell a good story. This is that film. If I have to give a synopsis, it's about a rickshaw driver who is the central character, and this character is extremely flawed. He's not a great guy that you expect from, typical hero. And one day he finds himself trapped in a farmhouse with no way to exit, and he has to literally survive in there, which actually was very reminiscent of Rajkumar Rao's film Trap. Another great film, obviously. But the magic happens when the character actually faces divine intervention from Lord Krishna himself. And I feel this is the only synopsis I should give you, because the viewing experience, like, the less you know before watching this film, the better, because you just go through this amazing journey. And by the end of it, you are just emotional, you're overwhelmed, and you just feel that you yourself got a divine intervention. And I completely understood why this resonated with so many people, because in the age of connectivity and social media, we as people are more connected than ever, but we are more lonelier than ever. We genuinely, all of us, need someone to really talk to, someone who'll actually listen to us, someone who'll actually guide us. We don't get that person in our life, which is why this doesn't feel like a film that you're watching. It really feels that you are going through this journey yourself through this character. This is a film that completely trusts its emotions. The direction doesn't rush to impress, it allows all its moments to breathe. And I feel that the director Ankit, he understood that you don't need to over dramatize to prove the point. The emotions are already there, you would feel it when you watch it. Though there could be an argument that some might say that no, this film gets a little too preachy, but I did not think so. All the themes landed perfectly because you feel that sincerity, you know that it is made with a very, very sincere heart and effort. And if I'm talking about the direction, I have to talk about the acting performances of both the actors, Karan Joshi and Shuhad Goswami. Both of them just nailed their characters. They are amazing. The performances just never felt made up. And with Shuhad, because he's playing the role of Lord Krishna himself, the serenity that you require for that kind of role, right, is just so well portrayed and so well executed by him. Another thing which is a complete standout in this film is the music, the songs. Like every song, and this was just completely unexpected, every song makes you so emotional. The songs are fantastic. They blend in with the story really well. In the interview, the director, Ankit, he was telling that he did not expect anything while these people were making the film because they barely had any budget and they literally shot this film with a single camera, which actually belonged to Ankit's friend. So they just wanted to make this film. That's all. Their whole goal was that we just want to make this film. We want to tell this story. This 100 crore plus business and the global reach that the film is getting right now, none of that was expected by them. They said in the interview that the fact that we are sitting here and there are 4 cameras interviewing us while we shot the film with a single camera, this is just the blessings that we are getting from Lord Krishna. It's just amazing. When you watch that interview, you understand that you need filmmakers like Ankit. The industry needs pure, sincere, innocent souls who just want to tell a good story. And I hope the Hindi theatrical release also pulls in good crowd and it reaches more and more audience. And I'm honestly waiting for the OTT release so that it can reach even a wider audience, because I feel that this is the kind of film that a lot of people should watch. So yes, as I conclude my very first review of 2026, I think Lalo feels like a very perfect and a powerful reminder that a really good cinema doesn't need to arrive and announce itself loudly. It arrives just quietly and it grows because people believe in it. And that's really the beauty of good cinema at the end of the day, when it just gets the audience together like this. So yeah, that was it. That was my video. If you have watched Lalo before, when it had released in October of last year, please let me know what are your thoughts. How did you feel when you watched this film? And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna sign off now and I'll see you soon on my next video. Bye.